Good. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday, and we're live from the Flow Studio. Hope you're having a great Tuesday and a great start to your week. My name is Danny. Sam's here.
Woo.
Jesse's here, and
Yep.
I hope you guys are ready
What?
for a what? What did you
What?
say? What did you say?
Okay, the only reason why I said that is because Jesse has, so I don't know if you guys have seen the gifts that we have on our Instagram, but if you search MakerFlo, one of the gifts you can add now is Jesse, and it says, what?
My big face.
So I thought that that's what you would be saying today. That's who you are, you're the what guy.
Well, the one guy's here too as well, and I hope you guys are having a great day, like I mentioned. And thank you guys for stopping by and joining us on the live. It should be a great and fun, exciting live today. We have something new for you guys. Well, not new, but maybe you weren't aware of these products that we carry. We normally don't. Yes.
I can say that I'm crafting with something I've never used on the live.
There you go. See, so Sam is going to craft something that she's never crafted with before, and you may be asking, what are you talking about? I think we've seen all your products. I don't think so. Probably not. We do have some turntables, some turners. Yeah, we're gonna start mixing today. I told you guys it's gonna be a lot of fun today.
Never before seen.
You never know what's gonna happen on these lives. So we got some turners, we got some glitters here, we got some epoxy, and then we have these stainless steel 18-ounce bottles. Again, not sure if you actually know about the rest of this line, but we do have 18-ounce bottles that Sam's gonna be maybe taking some votes. We also have this straight 12-ounce as well that you guys might check out. And then this one is actually the 16-ounce wine stainless steel tumbler, which is pretty cool. And then if I bet this one's the one you guys probably didn't know about. This is the 12-ounce kids cup. And this is pretty cool because, again, it's for kids. And, I mean, what can you not do to a kids cup, right? Like, you could be from characters to colors, everything. So it should be a lot of fun. So make sure when you guys, I don't know how Sam's going to do it. She's going to make you guys vote or not, but make sure you guys start voting for those. So again, it's going to be some stainless steel crafting today with some epoxy, flow epoxies, some glitters. So it'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, how was everyone's weekend? How were you guys? Did you guys spend some time with the family? Did you guys craft? Did you guys have shows? Let us know in the comment, drop a comment. And if it's your first time, please also let us know in the comment. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're watching from and what kind of crafting do you do. Sam, how was your weekend? Hey, there you go. This is your chance.
I'm going to say it, but the producer has a question.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Jesse.
No, I just wanted to shout out Ashley, Ryan, and Alex. They all said hi.
Hey, guys, how are you? Bestie, how are you? Actually, I have a question for you. Oh, actually, maybe a question for all of them. Actually, let me, before I ask, go through, see how everybody's weekend was.
I thought you were going to ask the mean way.
No, I was, and I was like, I'm going to take it back. But question for all three of you guys. Have you guys ever engraved on a Jack Daniels bottle? I'm guessing it should probably be empty, right? With no alcohol. And if it is, would you guys do it the same way? Especially Ashley, because I know how you do it. Would you do it the same way we've been doing it with the chalk mark and obviously the ultra stuff? Let me know in the comments and see if you guys have tried it, or maybe I just gave you guys an idea, which I should stop talking. But yeah, let us know. But yeah, so what else did you guys have? Jesse, you got another question?
I've seen someone do Gentleman's Jack.
Gentlemen, okay.
Yeah, and it works really good. And they just did it full though, like you did it unopened.
Unopened. So okay, pretty interesting.
Beautiful.
Okay, all right. Yes.
Okay, so
Anyways,
my weekend.
how was your weekend?
So I saved this specially
Put
for
it
the
up there.
live.
Put it up
Yep.
there. Now you guys just
Okay, so I go on these walks, right, every morning.
right.
So I went on my walk on Sunday, and I actually got out there a little bit later than I normally do. Like I was out there probably around 8:30 or so.
Okay.
And when I was walking, I was about to cross the street, and this dog came running up to me, and it had like a cone around its neck, and like no leash, like no person nearby. So I was just like, uh-oh, like where is like what's gonna happen to the? And I'm about to cross the street. It looked like it wanted to cross with me. So I called it over, and it came to me, and I was like, cool, it listens, and like let's go back the way it came, and maybe I'll run into the owner. So like 3 houses down, like some lady yelled out for the dog.
Okay.
Right? She was new to the neighborhood, just moved in a few days ago. The dog's name was Primrose.
Pimp Bros.
Primrose.
Oh, Pimp. They said Pimp Bros. I was like, that's unique.
No, and she was so grateful. She's like, where did you find my? I'm like, I was at the corner. It was about to go with me, so I figured bring it back. And she's like, thank you so much. So yeah, I saved a dog this weekend.
Look at you,
Yeah.
Mother Teresa.
Okay. That's
Yes.
my story.
Awesome. What about you, Jesse? How was your weekend?
Mine was good. I didn't do a whole lot. I did not go hiking.
Wow.
I'm gonna try
What?
yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to get back on that this week. But we do have a lot of questions.
All right,
just
cool.
really
Let's let them
quickly.
hear it.
So Ryan said they went to a Halloween party, passed out
Nice.
some graduation.
Hold
Was
on.
it
tumblers.
early
Hold
for
on.
that?
Hold on. Before you get to it, did you dress up and what did you dress up as? Go for it.
All right, Joe said, "Hello everyone, it's football weekend."
Yeah.
Alex, referring to the whiskey, she said she's cut the top off one but never engraved.
Okay.
Cut
Then
the top off one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like even more dangerous.
Yeah, that sounds
I like
like
that.
on
And then,
purpose. Like, how did you cut it off with the laser or just break it off? Yeah. Or did you have
Karate
a yeah? Did you Mr. Miyagi? Okay, Mr. Miyagi. It. So it's funny. Like, perfect, right? It's kind of perfect. It's just perfect. So we've been talking about the Karate Kid. Obviously, everybody's familiar. Oh, except for Jesse, hasn't seen him, but I'm sure that everybody else has probably seen the Karate Kids. And so I've it's always on for some reason, especially at my house. It's always on. We love the Karate Kid. And I was telling Sam about how there's a new one, this not new one, but bye, Pierre.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pierre came and saved the day for a little bit for a second here. But there's a new one out, and I was telling Sam the same thing, how it's actually pretty good. And then they bring old characters back into this one. And so she was like, well, let me watch the rest of them and get caught up. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you should watch the show too. She was like, there's a show as well. Like, yep, all these things, right? So we're talking about this. So we're asking Jesse about, have you seen him? It's like, oh, no, not really. It's like, what? Like, where have you been? Like, right? So please tell me if you're watching around that you've watched the Karate Kids and if you have watched the Cobra Kai and the newest one, because they're actually, the newer one's pretty decent. So yeah, anyways, the whole cutting the bottle, like, did you really Mr. Miyagi it, or how did that happen? Like, I'm interested now.
Real question.
Real question. Yes, Jesse.
Okay, so there's still a lot here to try to get through. I'm gonna respond to Alex's first, just because you said it last. She said she made it into a lamp and she used her Dremel.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Okay, so Ashley, also referring to that, said you can do it with the liquid inside, but just make sure you don't overdo it. Should be the same as the glass settings. That's what she did with the wine bottle.
Okay.
Definitely have a cloth under just in case.
Okay. Good to know.
Ashley said Primrose Everdeen.
Yeah.
Martin and Cynthia said hello.
Hey guys.
Martin said her cat's called Katniss.
Cute.
I like it.
Carrie said hello. And
Hey, guy.
said
Hi,
hello. And then Ryan said my wife dressed up as 80s punk rock and he went as Ghost Rider.
Oh,
Hey,
cool.
nice, awesome.
And then
No.
Cynthia just watched Cobra Kai.
There you go. I'm telling
There
you.
we go.
Cynthia, how many seasons? I think 4 or 5, right? I don't remember. I was telling Sam.
through.
I was telling Sam about it, but I'm not sure if there's 4 or 5. It might even be more. I think I could be wrong, but somewhere in there. So yes, you do have a lot of catching up to. Speaking of Halloween, going back to what you just said, is it a little bit too early? No, Halloween's next week, so it's not a little early. This month has gone so fast. Yes. So, with that said,
10 days
are you guys dressing up? Are you? If so, what are you dressing up as?
And
Jesse,
dress up on the next slide.
That's what I was going with. Jesse, are you dressing up for Halloween? Doing anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do you know what?
No.
Are you guys matching?
No, probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Sam, are you dressing up?
Yeah, and I'm matching my cat.
And you're matching a cat. So she's gonna be wearing black. Okay. So to a vote, should we all dress up for the next live next Tuesday, which is Tuesday? So it'll be about 3 days before Halloween.
Halloween's my season, so I have like 4 or 5 different costumes. I'm
Okay.
ready. Let's go.
All right. So to a vote, I'm guessing we should then.
I feel like you do too.
I do too. I have a few that I could borrow from my kiddos and stuff, but I do have my skeleton one, which is very comfy. So yeah.
I have a skeleton one.
Yeah. So
Jesse?
I don't have a skeleton.
God.
Jesse, we could have been the three amigos.
Try to get a skeleton.
Skeleton crew.
All right. So yeah. So you might see us with costumes next week. So make sure you tune in. What else? I think we went off topic, but off the road there. But I think those are always conversations that are entertaining. But new things that are happening here at MakerFlo. Don't forget, we have podcasts that is coming out next week. Fingers crossed, and should be a lot of fun. You might see a couple of us. You obviously see Mark and John, but you'll actually see a couple of us in it. So make sure you watch it. Subscribe to the podcast. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Apple and on Spotify. Also, don't forget to subscribe to all our channels, whether it's here on the Facebook group. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Pretty soon, I don't know, maybe Reddit, X, I don't know, you'll see. But make sure you follow us all there and follow the shenanigans that MakerFlo has going on. And you don't want to miss any of the new things that's coming up. So it's a good way of finding out on the socials, because we normally post stuff there on new things, new little peeks here and there, sneak peeks here and there. So make sure, again, I've been saying it for like the longest, from now till the end of the year, you do not want to miss anything that has to do with MakerFlo. We have so many things coming out. And you've seen a couple of them, some things that you haven't even seen. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to all that. I'm going to stop probably talking, and I'm going to let Sam craft now. So enjoy the crafting, guys.
Here's the thing, though. I already forgot something.
What do you need?
2 pieces of parchment paper, please.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
All right,
All right.
so a few comments.
Yes.
Alex said yes, a sexy pirate.
All right. Get it, Alex.
Martin said I've done laser and also Dremel on glass. Ashley said she wants Danny to be a banana.
Why a banana?
Yes, why a banana?
And then
Very
Martin
specific, Ashley.
That is very specific.
That's the
Martin
fruit
said
for you.
I printed a Darth Vader outfit and a Predator.
What?
Martin said he printed a Darth Vader outfit and a Predator outfit.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, 3D printed? That's cool. If so, that's kind of wild.
Yeah. That take.
And then Ryan's son went as the plague doctor, and
Oh, cool.
his daughters went as Bluey and Bingo.
Did you guys make his, like, the nose for the plague doctor, or did you guys get, like, one of those mask things? Because that would be really cool to 3D print, too.
Yeah, his mask. Yeah, that'd be a good one. And then Ashley said it would be funny to see you as a banana day.
Oh,
Just because it would be funny.
Cool. Oh, all right.
Just because.
Just for Ashley's entertainment. Great.
There you go. Find you a banana costume. All right. So, guys, we're going to do some epoxy today. The reason why we're doing some epoxy is basically we have a lot to offer in our stainless steel line, and there's more coming soon. I won't spoil what it is yet, but something got unloaded, I want to say just yesterday even, that I didn't even know was coming yet. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I think some of us didn't even know about it. Like,
You didn't know either, huh? You're upset.
I had no idea. I was like, really? That actually exists?
Jesse looks really mad. Were you mad too, Jesse? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm actually very curious. Martin said, yes, sir, I run a lot of 3D groups. So I was actually going to ask him if he can help me 3D print a little robot.
Oh, okay. Jesse needs a robot.
I need a little desk-sized robot.
Just make a bargain with Jesse and tell him he has to make an appearance on Alive in his costume in order to get the robot.
Okay.
Just saying.
He's
So
I'll build it myself.
what's up, Ashley? No. Okay, but anyway, so back to what we're doing today. So we're gonna play with some epoxy. We've got some stainless steel items. Lots of new stuff coming out all the time. We just released a bunch of new powder coated tumblers. Then we released the new 20-ounce skinny sublimated tumbler. So all kinds of new stuff. Stainless steel will not get left behind. They are coming up with some new products soon. For now, we're crafting with a few already existing, SKUs that you may or may not be familiar with. So I'm going to have you vote on which one we're working with today, but I'm going to craft with some epoxy on it. I'm going to use some of my glitter, and then I also have a few of my shapes here. The shapes are the things that I've never crafted with before on Alive. So I'm excited to try to figure out how to incorporate these with the glitter. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm so nervous about that TV. Okay, so back to this. Let's vote. Let me know if you guys want to do, and you can decide numbers. 1 is going to be the 18-ounce tumbler. 2 is the 12-ounce straight sippy. 3 is the 16-ounce wine tumbler. And 4 is the 12-ounce kids tumbler. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we crafting with today? Yes, Jesse.
So while everyone's voting, Gloria said hello, and she's at work.
Hi, Gloria. We won't tell anyone.
Alex said she seconds the banana costume.
Can we start a GoFundMe for Danny's banana costume?
Ryan said they cheated and bought one. We'll be joining the 3D crowd next year.
That's okay. No shame in that game.
Ashley and Alex both are happy to be 3D printers. Happy to have 3D printers. Sorry, I tried to group them together. And then voting, we have Alex number 1, Ashley number 4, Cynthia number 4, Carrie number 1, and Martin number 1.
Oh, so the water bottle won. Look at that. Okay,
and
cool.
He said, "Go wild on the big."
All right. Honestly, this is the biggest. You're correct. This is the biggest tumbler of the group. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I will say, spoiler alert. This is probably our old 18-ounce tumbler because it didn't have a bag on it. So let's pretend it doesn't have this old lid, and we're gonna craft on this. It's the same shape as the new one, so we'll go ahead and use this one today. All right, cool. So now we've got our little straws inside. I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything for crafting. I don't need my care card, which is, included in every cup. The 2 straws that come with the water bottles, just in case. We'll put all that kind of to the side. Okay, cool. So now we have our tumbler out. These tumblers, they're really neat in the fact that they're going to be really great for hot or cold beverages. So you can definitely use these for either one, like for your coffee, like it could be a thermos, that kind of thing. Or you could use it for your ice drink, whichever you prefer. This one I did take the liberty of sanding a little bit earlier. That way it'll bond better with the epoxy. So just know that any of the stainless tumblers you're using, unless you specifically pick a pre-sanded tumbler, you will need to sand it with epoxy just for better adhesion. So we're going to use this today. It has already been sanded again, so just keep that in mind if you're new to this. And let's go ahead and see which of my turners it's going to fit on. So I brought a couple just in case. I'm going to go and test it on this one here. Okay, let's see if that fits in the blades. No, it's not. Okay, that's why I brought 2 turners, just in case. All right, so we'll use this one here. And I believe this one I can just go ahead and make it a little smaller, and then we'll put the water bottle in there. Nope, let's see. Bear with me just a moment. Oh, that's as small as it goes. I might have to grab yet another turner for this one.
Is there another one?
Yeah.
Oh,
is the foam there for it?
let me check.
Okay. Nope. Let me see. Try a little harder with this one. Yeah, that's not going to happen. No foam at all?
No, I don't see it.
Okay. So.
Well, thank you for joining us, guys.
No, not at all. Give me one quick second. We're going to improvise a little bit. Let me see what I can do. No. Go ahead and entertain them for a second.
All right. So, while Sam does that,
Here.
I got one right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
will
will
magic trick.
show you a magic trick, is what Jesse
Boom.
said. Bam! Look at that. So you guys get me back. Sorry for that. But again, you could tell right away that these lives, obviously, we don't plan them. Like whatever happens, happens. But we try to just try to think off the top of our heads, what can we do and stuff. So again, we wanted to show you these products that we probably don't show you enough and stuff. So yeah, so hopefully this one works.
I'm not sure this works.
Well, she's gonna keep talking. Just keep
You're
in
gonna
mind.
keep talking.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind. Actually, we do have trade show coming up. If you're gonna be in the area of Arizona or live in the Arizona area, we will be at Pinners in Scottsdale. I don't have the date. Do you know the date off the top of your head?
Maybe 11th and 12th?
November 11th and 12th is going to be the home show, and it's actually the only Pinners that we're doing this year. So I'm sure we'll announce more info once we get to closer to those dates. So keep an eye on that. And if you've never been to Pinners, it's a lot of fun. Big show. Starts Thursday night with VIP, goes all the way through Saturday. Friday and Saturday are all nothing but shopping. We'll obviously be there. You'll see a bunch of us and maybe even some new faces and stuff that you haven't seen. And so it's a good chance to meet everyone. So again, if you're in the Arizona area in Scottsdale, we'll be there starting the 11th and 12th. Yes, Jesse, what's up?
I did it.
So Alex said you can turn it upside down and let the resin sit for a bit in the cup to thicken up.
There you go.
You don't need a turner.
With ours, it thickens so quickly that once it starts to thicken, you can't really it's not usable but thank you.
And then Martin said best adhesion is the key.
That's right.
And Pinners is fun with MakerFlo. And
Absolutely.
Martin gave me a group in the UK, 3D printing group.
Oh,
I
cool.
was trying to look at it.
I bet you they have a lot of good files that you could even send to your friends with 3D printers that could help you out. Just saying. Okay, cool.
Seamless.
So guys, what I didn't want to show you was the way that I put this foam thing in there. and I literally just kind of jammed it into the water bottle until it fit, and then I put in the cup. So I'm gonna have a horrible time getting this to come out, but I wanted to be able to at least show you the technique. So that's what's happening now. So don't copy what I did. Wouldn't recommend it. I've done this before, and you can get it out. It's just gonna take some effort for sure. But yeah. So yes, Jesse.
Then Ashley said, "Pinners is fun with MakerFlo."
It is a lot of fun. Ashley, are you gonna be here again this year? Because if you're here again, you better be at our booth and not somebody else's booth. Because I wasn't a fan of that. All right, so I'm getting my gloves out, guys. Anyone who has seen me work with epoxy knows that PPE is very important. You want to make sure you're using your gloves. If you're in like any kind of area, you want to use a respirator as well, because I'm in a very open air environment. The door is right over there. It's actually a nice day. We could probably leave the door wide open if we wanted to. But yeah, so I'm not using a respirator, but I highly recommend it. If you have any at all allergies to epoxy, absolutely use a respirator. Make sure you're using gloves. Be protective with yourself. Yes, Jesse.
So Alex asked for the 3D group. I just posted it in the chat. And then Ashley said, "Do as you say, not as you do."
I do it mostly when I'm at home, and I usually like literally, Ashley's seen it. My epoxy station is right next to my front door. So anytime like I'm mixing epoxy at home, like my front door is open and it's just like the screen door is closed. So, but yeah. So yes.
And Alex says she's jealous, wishes she was there. And Ashley said, "No, I will not be doing that ever again."
Aw.
And Ryan said, "A friend of ours made a Mrs. Scrub mama holder."
That's cool. Mrs. Scrub mama holder? What is that? Maybe it's like a scrub holder?
Yeah, is that like the little dish scrubber, little smiley face one? I don't think it's a smiley face one.
No, that's something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're using an 18-ounce tumbler, which, if you guys remember kind of the math I've explained before, means I need at least 20 milliliters of epoxy. So I'm going to go ahead and try to aim for, with these lines, they're just kind of hard to read. So I'm going to aim for 20 and 20. I will say what I've done in the past is mark them with like a marker, something like that. Anything that just kind of helps you know what line you're going to. I'm using one of these reusable silicone measuring cups, just because I like to be able to use this again next week. So once it dries, once it cures technically, I would go ahead and just peel everything out and then I can use it again. If you were watching behind the scenes earlier, you would have seen me use actually some resin tape to go ahead and just like pull out all the remaining residue just to make sure that I got everything out. So you can use soap and water, but water is the enemy to epoxy. So you got to be careful and make sure it's super dry. Or you can be like me and just use a little bit of tape and that'll do the trick as well. So I'm doing 20 milliliter and 20 milliliter. Our epoxy is a 1-to-1 ratio by volume, not by weight. So you want to make sure you're measuring out the volume. Yes, Jesse?
Two things.
Sure.
Ryan said, Jesse will have to check it out and show you guys off screen with laughing faces.
Okay.
Then, Alex said, "What is the cure time on your resin? Is it epoxy or polyurethane?"
Hey, Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay. Thank you. So the cure time on the epoxy is going to be 2 to 4 hours per layer. The full cure, though, is still going to be 24. So it is not polyurethane. I want to say that one's like a lightning speed epoxy, if I'm correct. But this is regular epoxy resin. It is a fast set. So again, 2 to 4 hours between layers and then 24 for full cure. So that's what I really like about this. It's great for tumblers, perfect for layering, that kind of thing. You can really get a whole tumbler done in a day and then just let it sit while it degasses and then you're good to go. Right now I am mixing the epoxy. Again, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So you have a part A, part B, you do equal parts by volume. I'm mixing for about 3 minutes. And as you can see, I'm not mixing fast. I'm not mixing quickly, anything like that. I'm mixing thoroughly. So I'm scraping the edges. I'm getting the bottom. I'm really just kind of making sure that it is properly mixed and that the two parts kind of come together. It is normal to see some kind of bubbles, but the quicker that you stir, the more you're going to see. So really just take your time. It's not a race, like you're just going to stir for the 3 minutes. And once you're done, it should be good to go. Yeah, let me know if you guys have questions as we're going along. This next part won't take too long at all, so definitely ask us all the questions that you have. And then I used a glitter that's a little bit darker because I want to try to use some of our shapes after I apply the glitter. So I'll be using the chunky first, and then I'm going to go into the fine, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to drop some of these little lightning and star shapes into the mix. Yes, Jesse?
So a couple things.
Sure.
Ashley said she needs to bust out the resin again. Alex
Yes.
said super thanks. And then we have 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
One from Joe, why not by weight? And one by Alex, did you heat it up at all?
I did not heat it up at all. This has just been sitting in here, which is like 77, 78 degree temperature, usually pretty temp controlled. I would heat it if it were colder, like if it were further on into the winter, but we're not quite there yet. So it's totally fine with that. And then Joe asked, why not by weight? It just varies per epoxy. So some epoxies you do need to measure by weight to make sure that you're getting the proper measurements. For ours, it is just by volume. So it just really depends. Whenever you're trying a different epoxy, it's very important to make sure you're double checking like the manufacturer recommendations because everyone's made a little differently. So you want to make sure you're following the specific requirements for that epoxy and not just, what you're used to. Because you could be used to a different style, a different way of doing it, and that just isn't how these particular chemicals work together, if that makes sense. But cool, this is just about done. I have about 10 seconds left. You'll notice when you are just about done mixing your epoxy that it does start to get clear again. Like it'll get cloudy in the middle when it's all mixing, and then it starts to kind of clear out as you are nearing the end of it. So that is our timer. So it's done. I'll go and click stop. All right.
Ashley said she doesn't think winter exists in Arizona.
It does for like 2 weeks.
Well, it does. It's not in Phoenix, to be fair.
Like, I mean, and I think I was talking to Danny about this the other day, but like, I wear the same things year round because like the weather doesn't change. Like it gets hot and then it cools off a little bit. It's always kind of the same, so it's, yeah, weather is weather here. All right. So I've got my little parchment paper down, and this is just to catch my glitter so that if I have like an excess of glitter, I can pour that back into the bottle and save it for later. Best practice when you're doing water bottles is to tape this off. So I would typically use like painter's tape, anything like that, to go ahead and just seal off the edges. I'm just going to try to be careful, and I'm going to try to go right up to this little curve here. So we'll see how this goes, but that's kind of my intention. But yeah, so let's get started. Go ahead, Jesse.
Ryan wants to know if you can use that over UVDTF. He's making license plates and needs a sealer.
The epoxy? Absolutely. I want to say my friend Jocelyn BU Creates, she does that a lot. Like whenever she does, even if it's UVDTF tumblers, she always seals them with epoxy after because it will lock in that decal longer for you. And on top of that, it gives it a really nice glossy finish. So it's definitely up to you, but I would give it a try. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour my epoxy, guys. I do just want to go ahead and make sure that my tumbler gets nice and evenly coated. I try not to pour too much at a time because I want to make sure that I get it spread out all over the whole tumbler, and I don't want to cause like any gaps or anything like that anywhere. So when you're applying the tumbler or applying the epoxy to the tumbler, what you're specifically looking for is that your glove glides across. You don't want it to be, too drippy. You don't want it to stick. If it sticks anywhere, you need some more epoxy. So I should just kind of sprinkle some on like that, and then I'll use my glove to go ahead and just smooth it out. Once I have it kind of spread the way that I like, I'll actually use my little torch that I have here. We were using a heat gun last time, so I figured let's switch it up, use a torch, and I'll go ahead and go over everything to make sure it's nice and smooth, there aren't any bubbles, and then we'll add our glitter. But yeah, definitely let me know if you guys have questions. If you see something funky that I'm doing and you want to know why, let me know. We're happy to hear it.
I have a question for you.
Sure, Jesse.
Joe wants to know, can you laser dry resin?
You shouldn't, is what I will say. Because we've tried and it smells real bad. I'm pretty sure that it's producing some chemicals you shouldn't be breathing in. But I want to say we did that, with a pair of hands?
Yeah, we tried to get.
Did it work though? Did it engrave into it?
It engraved.
But
it was bad.
You just gotta filter it.
No, it was bad. I want to say if Alex is still here, it's my friend Magically Resin Alex. Yeah.
She said no, it's dangerous.
See?
Fumes.
Same. Don't do it.
Joe, I like to live on the edge. I'd say do it.
Is that Joe from Joe and Soul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it, Joe.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Just,
Don't listen to me.
live vicariously through our mistakes, and I'll let you know that the smell isn't something you ever need to experience in your life. Your lungs don't need it either, is what I'll say. Well, it affected Danny so much he didn't even remember doing it, so you don't want to do that.
That explains it.
Must have been the
It's always
epoxy.
just been, try it, Danny, try it.
Look, I think they're still very surprised that none of us tried to tattoo ourselves with these lasers, so we're doing all right.
Simple as it is. I mean, listen, and when we saw and we figured out that we can engrave on a Mac room in Vegas, we're like, oh, this is dope. We got it to be engraved.
So Alex said, I live dangerously and I wouldn't do it, lol. And
Yep.
then Joe followed up with, I'm going to do it.
Well, Joe, we wish you, it was nice knowing you. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Disclaimer, this is recorded. We said it's
Please
not.
don't tag
We
us
said
collaboratively
not,
in
yeah.
that.
We said not to do it.
Soul, if you're listening, tell him no.
And then, so Ryan said, that's why I won't laser the glow-in-the-dark tumblers. Those smell horrible, too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't
did-
smell great,
Yeah.
but I've seen it happen, and they look really cool.
Yeah.
What I would say is if you're curious about how it works, try it on a glow-in-the-dark chamber first, because we do have those for the pens and pencils. It's a lot smaller, so there will be a lot less fumes and smell involved, and you can encapsulate it a lot better, too, so you might be able to extract it better.
And then Joe said bucket list.
Bucket list. Good luck, Joe. All right. So I'm just finishing up this little last area here to make sure I got epoxy everywhere. It is spinning and doing its thing. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead next, and I'm going to use my little torch and make sure everything is nice and even, and that I don't have any bubbles. I do have a little epoxy left over. For anyone doing this at home, I would strongly recommend keeping like a mold nearby, like some kind of receptacle to put your epoxy, that way you're not wasting anything. Like even if it's like a layered piece, like say you want to do layer after layer, just leave that near your station, kind of keep filling that as you go. I am going to go ahead and ditch my gloves because I will not be touching the epoxy anymore. And let's go ahead and just run the torch through. So for everybody who's kind of seen me using the heat gun, this is the torch. So this is kind of how you would use it. A lot less noisy than the heat gun is. And, if you're running low on electrical outlets, it's kind of nice too, because it doesn't take up an electrical outlet. So I'm just kind of running it over all of the epoxy. I don't want it to be super close, so I'm moving kind of quick, because I just want it to be able to heat everything up and kind of encourage any bubbles that arise to pop. And then on top of that, I want to make sure my epoxy is nice and even. So this really helps just kind of smooth everything along, because it's heating up the epoxy, so it's making sure that it's a little less viscous than it was when I first laid it down. But yeah, so we'll just do this for a second, and then we'll check it out, and we'll add some glitter. But yeah, we've still got about 10 minutes left, so we're going to get through this, I think, at a pretty decent pace. Yeah, I'm just double checking this little neck area here where I left the most epoxy, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the glitter. Yes, Jesse?
So Alex said you can laser eco resin, cement, or casting compound. No.
There you go.
And then she asked if we sell the torch. She needs a new one.
We don't sell the torch. I want to say we got these from Amazon, like the first year that we did pinners, and it's a good little torch. Like maybe it was $2, something like that. We've just been filling it ever since. But yeah, this is literally from 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So for the glitter that I'm using, I actually brought out my Northern Lights. So I have the chunky and the fine. The reason why I have the fine is because I have zero intention of doing any additional layers of glittering. This is going to be it. So I want to make sure I have full coverage. I didn't spray paint the background. I didn't paint it, nothing like that. I'm just using the glitter to actually color the tumbler. So I'm going to start with my chunky first, and then I'm going to go ahead and go over it with the fine to make sure that everything is really nice and covered. So we'll go ahead, and I'm going to use the pour side of my glitter because I want some of those big pieces to come through. And I'm going to go ahead and just start laying it down. And I don't need full coverage with this chunky version. I just want it to kind of show up. So we're going to just do a little bit of the chunky. I'm going to pour it back into its bottle, and then we'll go ahead and use the fine to finish the job. So we won't use too much of this at all. We just want enough to kind of show that those big pieces of glitter are in here too. Yes, Jesse.
So a couple things.
Sure.
Ryan said he shakes so bad he would be perfect for that job. And then Alex said that glitter is everything. And
right.
Joe has a question.
Sure.
Is your resin odorless?
No, it is not odorless, but it's very odor light compared to most epoxies that I've dealt with. And I've probably, I don't know, I think I've probably used 6 or 7 different brands at this point other than ours. And I will say comparatively, it smells very little. So it's low smell or low fumes. And it's a lot easier to work with just because of how quickly it cures. I think that it's stinkiest probably when it's fresh like this. So once it starts to harden up, you don't really smell it anymore. Like it just kind of dissipates. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think you two are around the epoxy less than I am. What are your feelings on the smell?
I don't smell anything.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has a pretty, I don't know, not super strong, but you can definitely.
It's a distinctive smell.
Yeah, you can smell it for sure. Yeah, but it's not like overwhelming. We're all in one room.
Yeah.
And like we don't have to leave, you know.
Yeah.
As
Jesse runs out screen. Okay.
I was gonna say, you guys leave my office.
Right. So this was pretty decent coverage. Again, it's not covering everything just yet, but that's okay. We're gonna go through with some fine glitter next. I'm just gonna actually save all of this chunky glitter. I'm gonna put it into my little glitter thing here. There we go. And yeah, we still have so much glitter. One thing I will say that I love about the MakerFlo glitter is so little goes such a long way. Like you really just don't need to use that much of it. Like this bottle looked full when I started using it, and it still looks pretty full, right? Another thing, the reason why it might be so eye-catching is because it is a color shift glitter. So like as it moves, the colors are shifting. Yes, Jesse.
So Joe said, I would love to see some work with the mica powder.
The micas? Yeah, we don't carry mica, but I do have some, so we could maybe do that for you.
Alex also said she pours a lot with resin with mica if you want to check out her work.
Yeah, definitely check out Alex. Our stuff, we just, like I said, we don't carry the mica powder, so it's hard for me to kind of like bring in brands that we're not, that we don't carry necessarily and kind of point you guys to people that we don't, that we don't necessarily work with, but there's a lot of good stuff out there. Like I know you use eye candy pigment, if I'm not wrong, Alex. I know that stuff looks beautiful. I've used some really good pigments from Resin Rockers. They have some really awesome stuff. I know Ashley dropped me off some dollar store pigments. I'm really sorry I haven't tried them yet because there's so many out there, right? So it just depends. But there's like liquid pigments, there's mica powder pigments. It just depends on what you want to use. All right, so this is pretty well covered now. I'm just getting the top of it. That's all that's really left. But what do you guys think? It looks pretty full coverage, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost like because of it color shifting so much, it's really hard to tell where it's not covered because it's just like so shiny. And then I'm going to try to go ahead and add a few little shapes after this. So we'll see how well those stick. But for now, this is looking really great. I have everything pretty much covered. I want to get just a little bit on these edges here. And then I'm going to go back for the bottom. And then we'll do those little pieces that I have, your little shapes. Yeah, I think that looks pretty great. Cool. So the only reason why I wanted to try to use that other turner first is because it actually allows me to like flip the tumbler, which helps you get the bottom of it so much better. For this one, because it's not that way, I have to be a little bit more creative about how I'm going to do it. So I think I might wait and do that toward the end because that is the messiest part of what I'm going to do. And in the meantime, let's see if we can attach some of these little shapes. So I have stars and I have little lightning pieces. So I'm going to try to add some of these. Yes, Jesse?
So Joe said, "Aw, boo," about not carrying the mica powder. Alex said she is eye candy.
Yep, there we go.
And then she said, Promise has nice mica too, so I have tons of it.
Awesome. So yeah, so you guys, there's definitely good options out there. You just have to find them. But yeah, they are out in the world.
Ashley said, spooky.
The tumbler?
I'm not sure.
Or is she talking about mica? All right, so I'm just sprinkling some little stars in here, and they're not all staying, but a lot of them are. And you can kind of see them on the screen, right? Just kind of popping in. It's cute. Yes, Jesse. 4 minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gotcha.
1, 2,
I'm just about done. But yeah, so this is looking pretty cool. I'm going to do something in a second to try to help them stay into place. But yeah, they are sticking like little stars in the sky, which is kind of what I had in mind with this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of these lightning bolts before I go too crazy with the stars. I'm just impressed with how well they're sticking. So, oh, you can see them in the camera. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Aw, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So the stars worked. Yay, stars. Now let's go ahead and add some of these little lightning bolts. And these ones, they lay a lot less flat, so I'm a little more concerned with these, but we'll see what they do. These ones aren't sticking as well, so it might even be better to add these with like a layer of epoxy, but they're not sticking terribly. Some of them are staying. Let's see. And this, again, this is just doing one round. So you could definitely not be lazy, which is kind of what I'm doing with this. And you can really take your time and incorporate this into like a different level or a different layer of epoxy as well. Like you don't have to throw everything on in this layer. We just kind of wanted to see what we could get away with in this one live. So it is pretty cool that at least it's working a little bit. But yeah, little lightning bolts and stars. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Great. All right, so now I'm going to try to get this all to stay a little bit better. So I have my little parchment paper here. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and just push a little bit. So you don't want to push it to make it, you know, come off. You're just getting it to lay flat. So I'm just very gently kind of tapping where I see those little pieces falling. And I'm just making sure that they stay flat to the tumbler. If you think about this later too, when you're sanding and when you're making sure that everything is flat, it'll save you some time and some layers and some sandpaper for sure. But yeah, so those are definitely sticking a lot better now. I don't see them sticking out at the bottom. You can still see them as the cup turns. That is fabulous. Okay, great. So that's done. Now we just have to figure out how to get the bottom of this tumbler. So I'm going to go ahead and move this, I think. Yep. And then let's grab the clean one that we were using a second ago. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this just a little bit. Yep. Okay. And maybe just put that underneath. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and get the bottom. This is the way that I find it's the easiest to do it for if you don't have one of those turners where the cup will detach. If you can get the cup to detach, that is probably the easiest way. But yeah, this works just as well too. So we'll just do this for a little bit till we get it nice and covered. And then let me know if you guys have questions. Happy to answer those. And we are just about done, guys. Looking pretty good. What do you think so far? How did this turn out, guys? Are we surprised with all those little shapes staying on? Do we like the aesthetic?
It's very pretty.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love it.
Awesome. And then you'll do the same thing with the bottom and just kind of tap down that glitter to make sure it stays as well as it can. But yeah, I think I collected a lot of glitter on this plate, so I feel good about that, which means there's as little as possible on my table, which is, you know, the name of the game. Yeah, that looks pretty great. Let me see if I can get a zoom in for you guys. Check out that bottom. Does that look cool? Really nice coverage. We could probably throw a couple of these little guys on there too. These little lightning bolts or stars. There we go. Let's really tie it in. Hey, look at that. But yeah, so you can have a lot of fun with these. It's really up to you how little you want to do. But just the fact that it shines so darn much is going to get you some attention for sure at any kind of craft show you would have this at. But yeah. All right, so that is that, guys. We did a tumbler. We added some shapes. And we did the bottom of it too. So I hope you guys had fun. I did that all within the time-ish. We're only 2 minutes over. So yeah, so if you have any questions, join us in the next live. We'll get those covered for you. And in the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Catch us on Instagram and TikTok. If you don't know the buzzword, look it up because we're going to get a surprise appearance and someone's going to win 500 Flow rewards. So see you there, guys.